Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to AEW Uncensored Podcast. This is the Hot Tag. This is our very first Hot Tag special edition. Uh, this is going to be about the pay-per-view tonight, All Out. We're just going to preview, give our opinions and thoughts, and our picks, and what we're looking forward to the most. Going to be a quick little episode here, so nothing too in depth. First of all, as always, uncensoredalliance.com. You catch everything we do there. Like, share, subscribe. Click that thumb. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell. Get notified every time we go live. Twitter, AEW Uncensored. One word. Email, AEWUncensoredPodcast@gmail.com. Questions, reviews, thoughts, hate mail, love mail, whatever you want to send us. Things you want us to read on air here, send it to us. AEW Uncensored Podcast on Facebook. We got the group and the page. Catch the podcast on all podcast apps, third party, iTunes, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Stitcher, Deezer, TuneIn, all that stuff. And like I said, all third-party apps. So basically just search us in any of your apps that you use for podcasting. Catch us on Skype as always. If you want to join the show, you'll join it through Skype. So that's how you get on the show with us. You have to be in our Skype, our little Skype group there. So, I think we can launch right into it.
Yeah, man.
I don't think I missed anything. I didn't trip up as much as usual, which is a bonus.
But yeah, we're the beast from the east a day early. Never a dollar short.
Null and hash, baby.
Null and hash.
The Bridge and Tunnel Connect is back.
But yeah, we figured we got All Out tonight. We'll have our normal show tomorrow. We'll talk about the not one but two episodes of Dark for some God-given reason. They had to do it twice. And we'll talk about Dynamite as well. But yeah, AEW All Out. It's tonight. It's begins at 8 p.m. Eastern. There's a buy-in pre-show leading into all the festivities, and that's going to begin 1 hour prior on the AEW YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel will have the normal pre-show paraphernalia.
Buy-in is the Battle Royal, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
I think you are right.
Yeah. I just have the entire list here. I don't have it broke down. It doesn't say that that's on the pre-show buy-in. So I don't know. Maybe it is on the main card.
Looking at it now, I don't. Oh yeah, you know what? I do see it on the main card. So unless the buy-in is going to have separate, here it is. Britt Baker and Big Swole. That's the buy-in pre-show.
No, it's been changed.
Has that changed?
Been added to the. Yep, it's been added to the main card.
Oh well, what we're looking at here is out of date then. All right, then I'm not sure exactly what's going to be on the buy-in. We're a wealth of information here.
No, either way. I mean, we have the card. We're going to talk the buy-in anyway. Yeah. So, we have the card here. Britt Baker and Swole has been moved to the main show, so it's no longer on the buy-in. And from what I understand, it will be a cinematic match. I don't know if that's true. It's just what I've heard. So we'll see. Tooth and nail match, anything goes.
Yep.
And it sounds like it's going to be at Britt's dentist office.
Which is pretty cool. I mean,
which is pretty cool.
I'm almost envisioning that there is going to be some kind of like Little Shop of Horrors kind of a sequence with the drills and in the dentist chair. And I don't know. I feel like that's where we're going with this.
Feed me, Seymour.
It should be pretty entertaining. I mean, I guess we can start with that. We got, I guess, work our way up.
Well, real quick. So, the 21-man battle royal. I'm not sure if it will be buy-in, but we'll just go with that as we'll just go with the card as a whole at this point. Because as far as buy-in, I'm not sure what's going to be there. Because it's weird because what I have here from CBS Sports is it does show Britt and Swole in the buy-in, but it doesn't show the 21-man in the buy-in.
Right.
So I don't know. It might just be on a regular card. So anyway, I don't know why I even had to. We just said all that. So my apologies.
Still now time.
So I guess we'll start from the bottom up.
Yeah.
You know, you got the same list as I got, right?
Yeah.
Baker and Swole. What do you think?
You know what? I kind of feel like if they want this to be a continuing feud, Baker's gonna win this one.
What up, Kenny? What up, Keith?
What's up, guys?
Sorry.
Yeah, Britt Baker's first match back. I kind of feel like they're gonna give it to her. And I can't imagine they've been building this, they're going to bring her back and then have her lose. I just can't see it. I feel like there's more juice to this story, and I feel like they can do at least another match with this. So, yeah, I'm going to say, and it's going to also be in her environment. I think it's going to be Britt Baker winning this one.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. I think there's no way that you let Big Swole win this. It's in the dentist's office. If that's the case, I mean, that's what I heard. It also is good that it's cinematic because they have the opportunity to fix any issues that might arise.
Yeah.
Some botches. There's been a lot of issues with botches with the women's matches. So, it gives them an opportunity. I'm gonna pick Britt Baker as well there. I like the idea. I like the idea of the dentist's office and all that.
Yeah.
I really think it'll be fun. I'm not the biggest Britt or Big Swole fan. I like Britt because of what she's been doing since she's been out of the ring, believe it or not. She's really made me start to like her for that. As far as her wrestling, I still am not the biggest fan of it.
Well, so. I mean, she's been out for a while, and hopefully she's been, working on that. And also this kind of a match kind of affords the opportunity where she won't have to work so much on a wrestling side.
Right.
And that's, again, what I'm thinking is that, she'll win it. There's going to be a rematch. And then you're probably going to be talking about more of a traditional wrestling match where she will be able to show if she's improved on ring work.
Yeah, this definitely ain't going to be a one-off. I mean, it's going to be, they're going to run this feud for a little while. At least, I'd say at least another month, if not two.
Yeah.
Shit, it might go into the next pay-per-view. You never know.
It easily might.
Because the real physical contact is just starting now.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been building the back and forth for months, but it's cool because I like long-term storytelling, so it'd be good to see.
Dang.
So then we got the Bucks and Jurassic Express. To me, this is a throwaway match.
Yeah.
I didn't like the stipulation, how this match came about. Again, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but a multi-man match to come up with a multi-man match for the night, the pay-per-view. It's please just put me out of my fucking misery.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It's a throwaway match. I think the Bucks are gonna win. It's just gonna be to fuel them for they're probably gonna get involved later on, which we'll get into. So yeah, I this is probably the most throwaway match of the night, actually, looking at the card.
Yeah.
So
I feel the same way. And Keith says, I honestly don't even remember how good of a wrestler Baker is. That's because she's not a good wrestler.
Right. And also because she hasn't been in the ring for ages and ages and ages at this point. So, yeah.
No, I'm joking. I mean, I feel like she's getting a little better as time went on. I'm not going to lie. But she definitely has some issues during matches. As far as Young Bucks Jurassic Express, I feel the Young Bucks are going to win that. Obviously, I've kind of slowly fallen off the Luchasaurus bandwagon. Very high on the Jungle Boy bandwagon. I really think he's doing great things. That's pretty much on that one. Kenny says, I feel like she was getting better up till her injury. Right, I agree, 100%. 100%, Kenny. Same thing I'm thinking. I thought she was getting better. She still had some mishaps and shit, but it was progressing in the right direction.
Yeah.
So then we got Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara, Broken Rules match. Did we ever get actual stipulations on this match? It's just
I was trying to think of that myself. I kind of feel like it's sort of almost like a street fight, I guess.
Right.
Broken rules, probably in the sense that Matt. I could see Matt Hardy certainly maybe calling upon various personalities during this thing. Right. I think that's what's going to happen. But honestly, at the end of the day, and this is maybe just the old school in me, I feel like Matt's going to put the hot talent over. I think Sammy's going to win it. I
Really?
do. I think that Sammy is going to have to move on to
Don't.
bigger things. I think that Matt Hardy's going to put him over. If in fact this company really sees more with Sammy, he's got a lot more in the tank than Hardy does. Hardy to me, I don't know if you and I haven't really talked about this much, but I still feel like Matt Hardy to me, he's in AEW to serve as a vehicle to help the younger talent. That's my
But don't.
opinion.
But don't forget, it's if he loses, he leaves. He's done with AEW.
I know that, and I never take those things seriously anymore. The whole loser leaves town match doesn't mean what it used to. You're right. I can see him taking a long break, but
I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't always. It never means loser really leaves town. You
sure,
know what I mean?
sure.
Very rarely, unless a guy's literally leaving the company.
But Sammy was
I
just on, I guess, extended leave, just not too long
no.
ago.
But Sammy don't leave. Sammy don't leave if he.
Oh, it's only if
If he
Matt loses.
loses.
Yeah, yeah,
It's only Matt. Yeah.
yeah.
Matt said he'll leave. Matt said he'll leave. It was his kind of his own stipulation to himself. Yeah, I feel like me personally, I think Matt's gonna win. I don't think this feud is anywhere near over. Here, Kenny says. He said, "Didn't Matt Hardy state if he leaves AEW?" Yes, and then Kenny said, "There's got to be a Hardy compound match coming soon. It's a cinematic that started all the rest." So yeah, I agree, Kenny. This is where I'm going with my pick. My pick is Sammy goes down, Matt Hardy takes the win, and Sammy won on Dynamite last week. So I I see it going 1-1, and then they do a cinematic match down the road there at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, truth be
You know?
told, I will admit I had forgotten about the idea that they'll probably have eventually a cinematic match here at the Hardy compound. I had forgotten about that. I won't take back my prediction, but yeah, that does make me doubt myself now because you're right. If they still are going to have fuel to this story, then that would make sense. Unless there is a lot of time. Matt loses and Matt leaves, but then something happens where Sammy still has to go to the compound for a
Right.
non-sanctioned thing because you could have
That
that.
would that would be a great fucking idea. As a
Yeah,
matter of fact,
if you
that
have
would be a
something
really good idea.
because they've done that before with the compound. I mean, obviously it was WWE, but where it was like a non-sanctioned fight. It wasn't really a real match, so you could have that where you think it's over and Matt's gone, and something comes about where you've got this non-sanctioned fight at the compound. So I don't know. It depends how much they're thinking about this. It depends on how creative they are.
Hey, you know what? Matt Hardy said he'd leave AEW. He didn't say
Matt,
Damascus would.
yes, it could be right. Matt Hardy is got. There's that too.
Yeah.
There you go. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. So, all right.
That's
All
true.
right. There's a couple little things I could. I like your compound. I like your compound thing. It's funny. It's like you would think we're an AEW show. We literally. I mean, we must do the most minimal prep on any podcast based on something ever because we should know what the Broken Rules match means, right? I mean, you would think.
You would think, but I think
But
sometimes even as much as I was watching AEW, I don't really feel like they were very clear about it necessarily.
yeah, but we could as we do a show about it, we should have did a little bit of a deeper dive. But that's what makes this show fun is because we're pretty much off our fucking cuff and we just talk about what the fuck we want to talk about because that's the whole point of this. Two friends talking with other people about AEW.
We are the beasts from the East with the least research.
Yes. I like that. I like the research very low at the end. Hey, listen, man. We got Kenny and Keith. That's all we need.
There you
man.
go.
Where's Eddie? Where's Eddie?
Where's Eddie at?
Eddie. Ever since Kenny and Keith been popping off in the chat with us every week, Eddie's been MIA, bro. Eddie, where you at, motherfucker? I know Ron's listening, but Ron's like, I don't know how to do anything technologically sound,
Right.
so I can't type messages to you guys.
We had to remind Ron who Hollywood Hulk Hogan was the other day, so.
Oh, he's gonna be pissed at you for that.
We love you, Ron. You're getting the shout out.
Ron, make sure you should hit that like button, motherfucker. But All right. Let's move on. This is a hot tag, so it's in and out. This ain't supposed to be that long.
That's true. Yep.
We're almost at fucking 20 minutes now. So all right. So we got the Dark Order versus Cardona, Scorpio Sky, and the Natural Nightmares.
I mean, at the moment on paper, the Dark Order is hot. They're in control.
Yes.
You have to figure they're going to win. If they lose, then they immediately lose like a lot of momentum in my mind.
Right. They lose the steam.
Again, I know not everybody, but a lot of people hate the NWO comparison, but you did not see them losing matches early in their run. I just can't see that here. I feel like, I feel like they're going to have to go over.
Yeah, I think Dark Order goes over as well. Do you remember who the hell it's Brody? Who else is in that match? Do you have a?
So, Cardona.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The order.
I'm hitting the timeout. Kenny, you fucking jinxed it, bro. Kenny goes, "It's good to see Hash's internet is behaving today." And your internet just fucking took a shit right there.
Thanks, Kenny. Did it really?
Yeah, Kenny, you just like you were fucking like I don't know what. You didn't even sound like Johnny Five, bro. You sounded like I don't even know. You sounded like old dial-up.
Crap.
It's funny that Kenny actually got Hash. He got that you are Hash and I am Null.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about that off air.
Yeah.
And I claimed being Null, and you claim being Nash.
Well, I liked Hash because I like the Hash Browns, and it's figure out.
You claimed Hash, and I claimed Null. So it's funny that Kenny literally got it without being privy to that conversation. That's fucking. Yeah, Kenny's like superstar to chat right now. No offense, Keith. You're coming on, buddy. But no, that's funny. So, okay, let's rewind that since your internet literally sounded like fucking dial-up. Who's in the Dark Order? It's Brody and who else?
Were they clear about that? Because I feel
they had it. They again unprepared us.
Yeah,
we're literally talking about a pay-per-view we're not prepared for. You better go Google that shit. Yeah, no, it was. I know it was Brody. They put up a
like a graphic.
They put up a graphic, and I should have took the note at the time, but it was during Dynamite. I wasn't, Keith, we love Dark Order here on this show, bro. We go check on our videos on the channel and see our conversation. I don't know if you were on during the show we pulled it from, but we think the Dark Order's got some NWO to it, brother. Don't kill us, and please don't stop listening. We love that you're here with us every week.
We need listeners.
We're running guys off because we love Dark Order and shit. Like they hate us. Like we're done with you fucking idiots. Yeah, I can't pull up the fucking Dark Order thing. But I know Brody Lee's in it, and like you said, there's no way he's gonna. I'm gonna assume it's Brody Lee, Uno, and Grayson, and maybe Colt.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, that makes the most sense, I think, for sure. As far as who would be the most sensible to put out there to represent the Order, yeah, why not?
Yeah, we're the worst, man. We are the fucking worst. I love that we're doing a preview show for All Out and we don't know who in Dark Order. But that's like you said. I mean, you got to expect that it's going to be the top of the heat.
Yeah, and again, truth be told, seriously, I don't know if they were very clear about it. Yes, they showed a graphic, but it's like showing a graphic of a stable, and you're not necessarily knowing who exactly in that stable is going to be wrestling. It's just it blah blah versus Cardona, etc. So,
yeah. Keith says, I don't like Dark Order. I'm not going to stop listening. I promise. Haha.
Awesome. Thank you.
He goes, we will just have to agree to disagree. All right. I like that. I like that, Keith. Thanks for sticking with us, man. So, all right. So 21-man Casino Battle Royale for an opportunity at the AEW Championship. Now, let's just run off some people in it. The gun crew, gun club, looks like they're going to be in it. We got Luchasaurus. No, not Luchasaurus. I'm sorry. Jesus. Lucha Brothers. Not Luchasaurus. Lucha Brothers. Butcher and the Blade, Eddie Kingston, Starks is in it, I believe. Darby's in it.
Yep.
Cage is in it. Lance Archer's in it. I mean, we basically said the top guys in it. So, unless there's a super secret final entry, let's just say that there's not, because they didn't say there's a mystery entry, but there probably will be. Let's just say it's, those are the main talents in it.
Right.
I feel like Eddie Kingston obviously is angling to use the Lucha Brothers and Butcher and the Blade as his backup.
Yep.
We saw it in his interactions this week on all the shows. There is an unannounced entry to the match. Who you guys think it's going to be? That's what Kenny said in the chat. Give me 1 second, I'll get to that. So, out of all those guys, I mean, Kingston's he's lining up to have people get his back. We'll see how that plays out. I'm curious how it works out. In terms of who I think is gonna win, oh man, think of who the main event is. It's MJF and Moxley.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you put in a program with who? That's what you got to ask. I could see Lance Archer winning it all because Lance Archer and Moxley have some history, and Lance Archer's, he's a strong heel right now. But do you want Lance Archer to lose 2 big title matches? That's the other thing.
Yeah, and I was thinking of Archer. I was also thinking, believe it or not, of Cage again. I mean, I feel like if Cage is, back from injury, they may feel that they want him to have a more of a legitimate match since he was apparently hurt the last time. If they want to push him more, if they want to put him back in again when he's healthy, it might make sense to give him another run. And he could come out as a monster, heel, just eliminating everybody. You could have him as one of those guys going in there, throwing people out left and right. So I could see, I was thinking of Archer. I was also thinking of Cage. Okay.
Here's my thing about this. There's so many different people that can be picked out of this that I think it's too hard to choose who it's going to be. Obviously, last time, it was pretty obvious it was going to be Cage. He was the final guy. You kind of knew, right? You kind of assumed that the surprise entry was going to win it,
mm-hmm.
And that's how it played out. This time, I'm not really sure. I don't know if there is a surprise. Okay, so Kenny mentioned there is an unannounced entry. So I'll get to that in a second, too. Again, sorry, I put it off twice here, but I want to read Keith. Keith and Kenny are going at it here in the chat. He said, I don't know who it'll be. Keith said, I don't know who it'll be, but it better not be Brock Lesnar. People want him in AEW, but I really think he's useless. 100% agree that Brock Lesnar is a fucking waste of space and do not want him in AEW. 100%.
He would not, and I also completely think that he would never even set foot in AEW. He knows if he needs any other payday and he's already rich as fuck, he'll go back to WWE. He would not even bother.
Right, he could bounce from UFC to WWE back and forth however many times he wants.
Exactly.
And Kenny says, I really hope it's not him. Haha. I shouldn't even read the haha. My apologies. I should just laugh. Really hope it's not him. Ha 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 ha. All right, so get back to Kenny's statement there. As I spit all over myself. There's an unannounced spot. Kenny's telling us. And who do we think it would be? Well, in my ideal situation, for me personally, I would think that Rusev, Miro, whatever you want to call him, would be, for me, the best option. That's who I would want. Now, not knowing if it'll be somebody outside of AEW, I would say a very interesting twist would be Cody Rhodes. Because it finds a way to get him into a title match. But I know he's away.
Yeah, and they need a
But did they just play that?
I mean, I feel, well, number one, he's away for a reason, right? Isn't he? He's filming, but number two,
he's filming.
I kind of feel like even if he wasn't filming, you still need him off TV longer to
Right.
sell that whole angle. I feel like,
Right.
yeah,
And he just got his ass beat hard. So why would he go
yeah,
for the world title? Right.
exactly,
So
exactly.
I'm with you. I'm with you, but it's just something that kind of came to my mind real quick there.
Yeah,
Um, but I would say personally, Russo. Jesus Christ.
Russo.
Yeah, not Russo. Not Russo, please. Bro, bro,
Hey,
bro.
bro, I'm
Not
your
Russo.
secret agent, bro.
No, Rusev. Sorry. Jesus Christ. This is off. This is off. This is off the rails, man. Our
Well,
first hot tag is off the
we're
rails.
we're not in our normal slot. We're all over the place. What are you gonna do?
But that's what we do, man. We come here and we shoot from the hip, man. We just talk, and that it's all about just talking with friends and having fun and
Yeah,
just talking about AEW for the week,
yeah,
So, all right, so let's move on because holy shit, we got 4 more matches to go over.
yeah. We'll have to pick
This
up the speed a little bit.
Jericho versus Orange Cassidy Mimosa Mayhem match. I fucking hate it.
I know.
I hate Mimosa Mayhem.
Yeah.
I don't want to see anybody get dunked in a fucking tank of fucking mimosa. I think Orange goes over Jericho. Jericho takes the bath, and their feud continues.
Yeah, and first of all, I think that Jericho wants to take the bath. I'm sure the fact that he came up with this match, he's probably like, I want to be the guy to get dunk in there. I want to see what that. I want to enjoy that. I completely, yeah. For storyline purposes, it makes the most sense for Orange Cassidy win, but also just knowing what Jericho's like. It's his creation. He wants to be the one to lose the stipulation. Yeah, this one is. It's in the bank. I mean, it's got to be Cassidy.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Keith says, "What if it's Warhorse? I think it would be cool for him to come back." Yeah, I mean, that would be a pretty cool entrance.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lie. He wasn't awful. I thought he was pretty decent. He was solid. I think maybe down the road they might look at him and bring him in. But if he's in the Battle Royal, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he wins over some of these other guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only thing. All right, so now we get into the championship matches. All right. Women's World Championship, Hikaru Shida versus Thunder Rosa. All right, my pick is bad drums. I can't do the rolling drums. I'm going with Hikaru Shida. That's my girl.
Yeah.
She slays it. Thunder Rosa showed me she's really good, and I would love for her to be in AEW in the very near future. But Hikaru Shida, you can't drop the title to the NWA champ. So that's who I'm going with. And Shida's been looking fucking amazing, and she finally got somebody else to wrestle with. So I'm going with Hikaru Shida. Retains the title.
I agree. Again, it's not. I'm not going to call it predictable, but yeah, I cannot see her losing to the NWA Women's Champion. This to me is more of an attraction match, I think, than anything else. I mean, obviously it's for the championship, but it's still a relatively attraction match. And yeah, I can't see them switching the title here. We also don't exactly know what the contract situation is with Thunder Rosa. This could be a cameo appearance where she has this one little feud, and then maybe she's off TV for a while until they figure out what's going on with NWA. It makes the most sense for Shida to win and just to continue going on a roll.
Right. Keith says, I love Jericho wants to put over talent. His record doesn't even really matter to him. Yeah, it's good, man. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
That too.
I think there was a couple matches that he should have lost. I think now he's doing a little more losing. But he was champ, I guess, at the time, so I get it. There was a couple times he could have but he put guys over in terms of in-ring work, so he made, they shine through in the actual wrestling of the match, so even if they did lose. So then we got the world. This is okay. We'll, at the end we'll cover this, but the World Tag Team Championships on the line. Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page go against FTR for the tag team titles. I am going with FTR to take the straps. There's a lot of story here, and I can't wait for that ball of yarn to unwind. Just the next layer is about to peel back later tonight, and I'm really looking forward to it.
I agree. There's no. The only way to really advance this is for Hangman and Kenny to lose. You
Yeah.
need to advance that separation, and that is not going to happen with them winning. So it's funny. The more I'm looking at this card, I feel like the majority of these matches are becoming that they're just like they're predictable in terms of what they're doing from storytelling purposes. But yeah,
Right.
this I think is definitely going to be very predictable. FTR is definitely going to win. This is probably going to be, if not the event or leading in maybe the next week, where you do have that split, and that can only happen with FTR winning. So completely agree.
Keith says, "What if the surprise entrance is Matt Aldonis because of NWA stuff?" I don't know who that is. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I honestly don't either. But however, he does bring up a good point about NWA. The fact that you do have,
Don't let me waste your breath. He already said. Tony Khan said there's no working relationship in terms of bringing in other talent. It was Thunder Rosa. It was like pretty much a pinpoint thing. They needed Thunder Rosa. They asked for her. They worked it out. He said he's not against working with them, but he said that that's pretty much where it stops right now, currently.
Okay. So never mind what I just said then. Unless he's, I don't know. He could be lying. Just to,
you're right.
Just for a surprise. Right. He could be lying
swerve.
For the surprise. It could be a swerve.
Could get the swerve, right? And Keith says, LOL, Nick Aldis. It's funny because I was like, did he mean Nick Aldis? But I'm like, Matt is way off of Nick. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Nick Aldis, we know.
So he meant Nick Aldis. Yeah. So he would, okay, yeah. I know Nick Aldis, yeah. So formerly known as what? Magnus? TNA?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't he in TNA?
Yeah.
I just know that because, I'm a big Sting fan, and every once in a while I would check on Sting and watch, like, clips, and I seen he was fighting that guy.
Yeah.
All right, so we basically are in agreement on the tag team championship match. Now let's go to the final match of the night. We got Jon Moxley versus MJF for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Fuck, man. I'm like on a toss-up on this. I really think Moxley, personally, I would love to see him hold it longer. Also, personally, I would love to see MJF be the champ. A lot of people are saying it's too early. What's too early, man? I don't know what too early is. He's proven he can talk. He's proven he can wrestle. What's too early about it? Everybody says it's too early, but I've never heard why it's too early. I don't think it's ever too fucking early.
Yeah.
Was it too early for John Jones to be the youngest light heavyweight champion in history? No, he beat that ass, bro. He showed he could do it. To me, MJF is showing me he could do it in the ring, on the mic, all around. 5'2" player, doing his thing. So I don't think it's too early. I do think it might be too early for Moxley to lose the belt in terms of that. So for me, this is a toss-up. I won't pick one way or the other. I'll be happy either way. I can't pick one. I don't know about you.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I think that, right, there's a number of different directions they can go in with this. Either direction, either having Moxley keep the belt or having MJF win it from a storytelling perspective. You could do a lot of things with either one. This is truthfully the one match I honestly don't know. If I had to make a choice, I'll go with Moxley only because I do feel like they still want that to be a long run. So if I had to choose, that would be by a smidgen, by a hair, I would say Moxley's going to win it, and they could still continue with the story. It could be shenanigans. It could totally be shenanigans. So
we'll see. Keith says, well, we know Kenny says it's election night, boys. Vote MJF 2020. I knew that was coming. And Keith says Moxley needs to win. I'm sorry, I don't think MJF has shown anything in the ring since his match with Cody. MJF can definitely run a mic and do promos.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's good in the ring, man. Don't forget. Was it Double or Nothing? Him and Jungle Boy. They tore down the house. Those guys, that was the match of the night.
Yeah.
Hands down match of the night. Both of them guys showed they're the future of AEW. All right, so we went through the card. Now we're almost done here. What match or matches are you looking forward to the most, or do you think will be the match of the night, or 1A, 1B type of deal? What do you think? Your opinion for you.
I think the match of the night from a performance perspective, honestly, may be Sheeta Thunder Rosa.
Okay.
That would be my match of the night from a performance perspective. As far as a match of the night, maybe from a game changing perspective, I say will probably be the Omega Page FTR match. If in fact FTR wins, that could be a major that's where the break happens. That's where Omega goes nuts. I could see that being the memorable moment of the pay-per-view.
Okay. It's funny because that's my 1A and 1B. Sheeta and Thunder Rosa, and the tag team title with FTR and Hangman and Kenny. That's my 1 and 1A. That's what I think they'll be the two best matches on the show. I don't think Sheeta and Thunder Rosa can steal it from the tag team championship match, only because there's so much story there. But in terms of, I think in terms of match, it might be on the level of above all the rest of the card. And you know me in women's wrestling, was never a fan, not a fan. I've really been trying to rah-rah for AEW women. You know, I've ripped the shit out of them, but I also support them where I don't support women wrestling. I never supported women wrestling before in my life. So as much as I rip them, I support them. I support them just as much. And, you know, Sheeta's like the top of my food chain in women's wrestling in AEW. I don't know women outside of AEW really. I know who are the supposed top talents, but, you know, so I was impressed with Thunder Rosa. So, I mean, you know, I could see this match taking over the card. I mean, Sheeta had a match on, what was it, the last pay-per-view, or I can't remember, but it was amazing. It was just a great match, you know.
Right.
I thought it stole the show. I believe it was at Double or Nothing, one of the top matches, or one of the maybe Fyter Fest. It might have been Fyter Fest, because I did, MJF and Jungle Boy did steal the show at Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
So it might have been at Fyter Fest or something where Sheeta just stole the show. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to go that way. 1A, 1B, man. I think 1A is going to be the tag. 1B is going to be Sheeta and Thunder Rosa. That's it, man. You got anything else?
I think that's it. I mean, yeah, I'm overall looking forward to the show.
Yep.
They don't have any competition tonight. So, yeah, they should do pretty well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Keith.
Yes.
You guys in the chat.
Thank you, guys.
You know, thanks for the support as always. We'll be back tomorrow, so hopefully you guys can catch us tomorrow too. That'll be our normal regular show. So as far as anybody else listening currently live, thank you. Even if you're not in the chat, thank you. We appreciate it. UncensoredAlliance.com. Catch everything we do there. Like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell. You know, this way you get notifications when we go live. Share it with your friends. Take your friends' phones. Take your parents' phones. Take your grandma's phones. Take your kids' phones. Like, share, and subscribe on their phones as well. iTunes, rate us. Subscribe on iTunes directly. That's huge for algorithms there. The more we can bump up the charts there, the better. You know, iTunes is a big part of podcasting. Twitter, AEW Uncensored, one word. Catch us there. Email us at aewuncensoredpodcast@gmail.com. You know what to do. Hate mail, love mail, reviews, thoughts, opinions, what you want read on air. Catch us on Facebook, AEW Uncensored Podcast. Search us there. We got a page and a group. Page is starting to pop. It looks like people are starting to get in there. We appreciate that. The group, not as much. Skype, you want to get on the regular shows with us and join the discussion live on air. Get with us on Skype. Links in the description, YouTube description. Even the podcast description has it. So you get, you know, all the third-party apps is where you can get the podcast. So you don't just need iTunes or Google Podcasts or Deezer or iHeart or Stitcher or all that. You can get us on any third-party podcast app. So thank you again. We love the support we've been getting. We were in the rankings all week, bro. We didn't drop out. Usually we got a hot start and then we fade and we drop out until our next show hits. We were in the rankings all week this week, so shout out to everybody who listens. We love you guys. That's awesome that we didn't drop out of the rankings. You know, we're usually you drop out. I think it goes to 200 or so, and then you drop out. But we've been in the rankings all week. We haven't dropped below 200. So considering we're only 18, 19 podcasts in, that's fucking awesome. We love you guys. Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Peace out, everybody.
Peace.